Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my second update for Throwback 30. I believe this is the 6th round for this project. It was created by Jessica Lee, and it's a way to incorporate different Fantastic Ladies projects if you weren't able to do the original because there's just so many of them. Some of these projects are ongoing, but a lot of them ended a long time ago. So if you didn't get to do them before, you can kind of do them now through Throwback 30. The project started on July 28th and it ends on July 28th next year. For this update, I wanted to meet goal on one of the 30 as well as use half of them, so 15. I did not meet either of those objectives. I have 3 projects with finales in October, so I've been focusing more on those projects. So I don't have any goals met, but I did manage to use 12 of the items in this project, so I'm going to go ahead and go through those. The first one that I used was for 50 Shades of Green, which is for panning things that are green. And I picked these Luja Bar shower steamers. There's green on the packaging and the steamers themselves are green. At the last update, I'd used 2 of the 4 that were in this package. And in the last month, I've used 1 more. So there is still 1 left, and I really think I'm going to get that used up next month. So this should be an empty for the next update. So I'll be able to finally start getting things out of this project. In Beauty A to Z, you pan 1 item for every letter of the alphabet. I randomized a letter and I got S. S stands for space, so I brought in my Mega Babe Space Bar. It is a bar of soap that is meant specifically for your armpits. This is a sample that I got as a gift with purchase. This isn't the type of thing that I would buy. It does work. It does keep your underarms a bit fresher, but I really don't want to have that many things in my shower, and it seems a bit silly to buy different types of soap for different parts of your body when you could just use one all over. But I am still working on this. I am just using it on my underarms, so we'll see how long it lasts that way, but it is getting pretty thin. Birthstone Beauty was centered around different birthstones. I just picked my own birthstone. I was born in February, so that would be amethyst. Amethysts are purple, so I went into my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette, and I was working on the shade Nani, that purple one on the end. I had 4 uses at the last update. I just used it 1 more time for a total of 5. My goal is to use it 15 times, so I'm a third of the way there now, and I'll keep working on it gradually. Child of the 80s is a prompt-based project themed around the 80s. I randomized one and I got Star Wars, which is something glittery. This is the Del Sol Color Change Nail Polish in the shade Last Dance. There is glitter in there. There's red and silver fine glitter in that pink base. And in the sunlight, it used to turn this purple color. It doesn't change color anymore. It gets a little bit purpley-er in direct sunlight, but it doesn't make it all the way to that color. That's okay. It is really old, so I can forgive that. But I had a goal to use this 5 times. I had 2 uses at the last update. I've used it twice more for a total of 4. I just have 1 use to go, but that's probably going to wait until spring. I have more fall-appropriate nail colors in other projects, so I'll probably let this sit around until March or April before I get that last use. But that's okay, it'll still be used by the end of the project. For drop 10 before summer, you are to pan things that are summer related. I picked a hair care product. This is the DP Hue X Kristen Cavallari Sun and City Mist. That pink mark is where I was last time. I've used this a few more times and I have gone down a little bit, but if I were to make a new mark, it would just merge with that pink one. So I'm not going to do that. I'm sure I'll be able to make a new mark next time. I'm using this when I remember to, whenever I go outside, and sometimes I'll just spritz it on before I go get in my car, but this will hopefully be finished by the end of the project. We'll see. Nightmare on Panning Street is themed around horror movies, and I randomized Event Horizon, which is something magnetic or in magnetic packaging. I picked these Glamnetic lashes in the style Virgo, and in the last month I've used them 6 times. I had 5 uses in the previous update, so I have a total of 11 uses on these. So I'm a third of my way to my 30 use goal. I took the liner out of there because it needs to be sitting upside down at this point. So I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not lasting better, but I might have to buy a new one of those at some point. And they are expensive. Those magnetic liners are pricey, so I'm not sure that I would buy more of these because I don't want to go through that much of that magnetic liner. But I do like this style of lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of my uses on them. Same pan last year is themed around holidays, and I randomized the holiday Cinco de Mayo. So for that, you're to pick a 5-pan palette, and I'm trying to use each shade 5 times. This is a green and brown quint that I've had for a very long time. There's no brand name on it. I think I got this as part of a set, but I don't particularly care for these shadows. They're pretty dry at this point. and I think they always were, but some of these shades are unique to my collection, so I'm keeping it around, and I'm trying to use each of these 5 times. That shade, I had 1 use at the last update, and I've used it 1 more time for a total of 2. Same with this one, I had 1 use at the last update, and I've used it 1 more time for a total of 2. This one in the middle, I had 2 uses previously, I've used it 1 more time for a total of 3. That one I have also used twice before, but 1 more time for a total of 3. That one I had 1 use before, and I've used it 1 more time for a total of 2. So I am making a little bit of progress on this, and I'm going to keep working on it. For the Golden Girls Project pan, I randomized the prompt back in St. Olaf. I have never seen the Golden Girls, so I don't get the joke, but it's meant to be something that is gimmicky and or a throwback. I picked this perfectly posh hot pepper shebang muscle stick. It is gimmicky, and this company doesn't exist anymore. And I'm trying to use this 30 times. At the last update I had 2 uses. I've used it 7 more times for a total of 9. That's what it looks like. This product is like the hot part of Icy Hot, so it's good for sore muscles. And since I lost a lot of muscle when I was sick for 3 weeks, I've been gaining it back, which is kind of painful, so I've been using this on my legs a little bit, and I'm going to keep using it, trying to get my 30 uses. This is Fantasy, is themed around mythical creatures. I randomized one of them and got Leprechaun, which is something you think you'll have good luck with, and I'm pretty sure I'm still going to have good luck with this Not Your Mother's Curl Talk shampoo. I don't have a starting line. I should have, because I don't think this was completely full to begin with, but I'm right there now, and I am of course trying to finish it. We'll see how far I get in a month. I am splitting with other shampoos, and you're going to see another one here in a second, but I am working on finishing this, and I do like this shampoo. It is making my hair nice and soft, and I'm not sure that it's really bringing out more curl. That's okay. I'll keep using it anyway. Turn and Burn is meant for minis and samples and single-use items. I brought in a sample of this Way Detox shampoo. That pink line is from last time, and this line down here, of course, is for this time. This was full when I brought it in, and I am trying to finish it. I'm thinking it's going to be 2 more months. This is very effective as a clarifying shampoo. I don't need it all that often. I've used it 3 times in the last month, so I'll keep using it when I feel like I need a little bit of extra cleansing, but it's not something that I would use every day. Next is Women Who Rock, and the woman that I randomized is Serena Williams. I don't like to lose at anything, yet I've grown most not from victories, but setbacks, and that's a product you used to hate but learned to love. And for me, that's this Milk highlighter in the shade Lit. I didn't like this initially because it tended to remove my foundation when I applied it, but then I discovered underpainting. So I do like this a lot now. I've used it once in the last month. I have a goal to use it 30 times, so I have 29 to go. We'll see how much closer I get in the next month. Lastly is Zodiac Panner. Each of the zodiac signs has 1 or more colors associated with it. I picked my moon sign, which is Sagittarius, and that's dark purples and rich blues. So I went into my Lilo & Stitch Jana palette again, and that is the shade Aloha. It's a deep purple, and I have a goal to use that 15 times. I had 2 uses at the last update, and I've used it 1 more time for a total of 3, so I still have 12 to go. I'm sure I'll get it by the end of the project. It makes a nice deepening shade, and even though this is an older palette and that's a powdery shade, it does blend pretty well, so it's pretty easy to work with, and I do like it, so I'll keep using it. So that was a pretty boring update, but I think the next one will be a bit better as I have my finales next month. I think I'll be able to use the last of these shower steamers, so I'll get at least 1 rollout. We'll see how well I do. Good luck with your projects, and I'll see you next month. Bye.